Jim Trusty, former DOJ prosecutor and former attorney for President Trump, so you know the inner workings of the president's mind. We just heard from the lawyer representing Ghislaine Maxwell, and clearly she wants a pardon. She wants out of jail. But what do you think Todd Blanche is down there looking for? Are they looking for, you think, exculpatory evidence to remove President Trump from this entire case?
I don't get the impression that that's the main marching order. I mean, I think he's probably genuinely trying to see, is there something that's salvageable? Is there something that could actually still be prosecuted? Is there something that is not already kind of known that she's going to provide that can be corroborated? And look, the bottom line is her attorneys are kind of shooting for the stars and settling for the moon, throwing out pardons and commutations. Nothing wrong with them saying that, but there's a very easy vehicle for DOJ and Todd Blanche to give her some sort of reward. That's called Rule 35 of the Federal Rules of Criminal Procedure. It's basically a cooperation safety valve. So if they want to, they can go back to court, bring her back into court, and have this this reconsideration, essentially, hearing based on her cooperation, and they could knock it down a year, 5 years, 15 years. So they don't have to go all the way to pardon or commutation to reward her for some sort of information that they're looking for.
But like David said, I think this is a really important point here. She's not credible. She's a convicted felon. How do you trust anything? How can Todd Blanche or the president trust anything that she says? And let's say she comes up with a list of names that she hands over. How do you trust it?
Yeah, well, Todd's not naive. I know that much. And I can tell you, I sat down with, gang members from MS-13, with mafia members when I was a prosecutor. So you trust but verify. I mean, it's kind of like snake wrestling. You're like, okay, this might work out. So you look for corroboration. You can't just sit there and say, oh, she just gave me a name out of the blue that I'd never heard. You look and you ask, you press, how is it I'm going to be able to prove you're telling me the truth? There's times where you have to walk away because not necessarily knowing they're lying, but just knowing you don't have corroboration. There's other times where you say, hey, this fits. This actually works together where it seems to be the truth and you can do something with it.
I think it'll be interesting to see what Todd Blanche comes back with, because people are having a hard time understanding if the administration wanted to move on from this. The last thing you would do is send your former personal attorney, which you have been, your assistant AG, your deputy AG, down there to sit face-to-face with this convict.
Well, here's the kind of broad concern, contextual concern I have about all this. We're not really used to, as a society, looking into prosecutorial files in cases that never went to trial. That's not the way it's supposed to work, because you embarrass people that never get a chance to vindicate themselves. You give up witnesses, victims. And so this is a weird world where maybe special counsel is the way out. Let them file a report. So.
Yeah. All right, Jim, thanks for joining us.
Sure thing.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.